All right, welcome back everyone. It's Mike, Rocky Ridge Kennel and Loft. Today we have our third young bird pigeon race 2022. It's 125 miles for my birds, and it's slightly longer for a lot of the other lofts that are upstate. So last night we brought all the birds in. It's about 3.5 hours of driving round trip, and of course we stay there for about an hour loading birds and stuff, so it makes for a long day. We had bad weather conditions at 8 a.m. and they did not release, and the release was at around 12:30 anyway. So the weather is not all that great, and that's the reason they didn't release in Swainsboro, Georgia, because of clouds with a combination of heavy fog. Anyway, the birds are on their way. So let's check the wind forecast and get a look at last week's race results. All right, so here's what the weather and the wind indicator looks like. Right down here, number 3, that's where the release site is in Swainsboro, Georgia. And the race is 125 miles, and this is the line of flight for my birds if they come straight home. And you can see it's a crosswind, 8 miles an hour, pretty much the whole way, crosswind. And then this is the line of flight for mostly all the other clubs up in this area. But the winds are much more favorable, especially in this area. They got 3 mile an hour winds all down a good portion of it, and these are only 5 or 6 miles an hour. So I don't believe my times will be that good today, but you never know, because my birds will most definitely follow this path for about a good 20-30 miles before they start to break off this way and go towards home. And you know, some of them go all the way up here and then come home. So that's happening actually with most of my birds lately on the last 2 races. But hopefully in this area they'll start to learn to break away, and their times won't be too bad. But it's tough on them. They hang in there and see how they do today. So last week it was a real tough race. We had up to 12 mile an hour headwinds, but these are the results. And these lofts had a crosswind. Greek Connection, Firebird got 4 in the top 10, and Greek Connection, and Loft in the top 20%. Zorro's Loft came in top 20%, and I managed to stick a couple birds in the top 20%. That was the A race. The B race was a real tough one for my cock birds. Let's see who. Look at this Firebird. He has a nice YouTube channel, and look at that, 8 birds in the top 10%. And of course Greek Connection. We're gonna have to do something about that guy. Anyway, yeah, I'm way down. 40. I think this is my first bird, 44. So yeah, look at the time, 7:20. The best bird had 994, so almost 1,000 yards per minute. But it's 7:20. Let's see, where was I? 50, almost an hour behind the first bird. So, but headwinds really destroy young birds. They fight like crazy, and I tried something with these birds, and I shouldn't have tried it on such a hard race day. I think if it had good weather conditions, it would have worked out just fine, but it didn't do well for that particular race. That's the results for race number 2, 85-mile race. All right, so it's a little after 3:30. They released at 12:15, so been a little more than 3 hours, and you can see the yards per minute are getting pretty low, and kind of to be expected for what they're dealing with. So, all right, so I just got my first bird, came into sight, and didn't actually come from the right direction. It's supposed to come from that direction, and it came from that direction. So it stayed with the flock quite a while, but it's my first bird, so can't complain too much. Let's see if I can get her down. Yeah, it's my only brown check that I have. Come on, girl. Come on. There she is. Great bird. Oh, I heard another one. Two birds. Boy, that one came and dropped in real fast. I didn't even see it in the air. Let's see who else is up there. That was 1,000 yards per minute. Oh, here's a bunch more. Yeah, they're starting to come in. There's Big Daddy's daughter. Big Money's daughter. Nice. These guys are doing great. Hey, I just got 6 birds.
Yay!
That was pretty cool. They dropped right in fast, real fast. Oh, there's 4 more. Do me a favor, honey, go that way. They're not used to you. I haven't even stopped filming. I got 4 more now. Ooh, that's a cockbird too. Well, one of them is definitely a cockbird. 2 of them is definitely a cockbird. So maybe they're all cockbirds. And there's a black eagle just dropped out of the sky. Boy, no problem clocking in today. My goodness. 990 yards per minute. So that last one was a hen. But let's see. So that cockbird got 1145 yards per minute. Boy, birds are coming in fast now. Boy, that guy's something else. There's 4 more. These are all hens. I'm excited about my white birds. They are pouring in. That was great. I never got so many birds so quickly. Their times aren't great, but like I said, for what they're dealing with today, the birds are just doing great. I couldn't be happier. They really had to fight today, and they did it. Oh, yeah, see, they're coming from the wrong direction. But it's okay, we'll take it. This is a learning curve. There's one more still out there for some reason. Let's Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's my bird. Yeah, it's gotta be. All right, going good. Well, I got my first few drops from the A race and the B race, so the race is pretty much over for me. And now we just enjoy watching the birds come in. Every single one of them came from there, and they all should have came from that direction. So it just shows you that it's a flock bird, and they stay with the flock that's headed in that direction. Very, very little I can do about it, but as long as they're going to stay with the flock even for 10 minutes, then I'm at a real big disadvantage. The other train of thought is, well, if your birds were faster than the other birds, they wouldn't be following anyone. But I'm not sure how that works. They don't know they're in a race. They just know that they're all in a nice, comfortable flock, safety in numbers type of thing. And there's a couple more. There's a Hofkin. Big boy. Come on, guys. Pure white, pure black, and a check. That's one of Big Money's daughters right there. She come home all by herself. Good bird. Black eagle. Oh, a bunch of birds. Very nice. Very nice. The gang is getting all back together now. Alright, so it's 7 p.m. and little update. I'm missing 6 birds still. I have 44 that returned, and I guess some of the other club members had really bad returns, but hopefully they'll get them back in the morning. The race started so late today. It's going to be a situation where we get the birds back, and a lot of them in the morning. Alright, so this is Monday morning, and I have all but 2 birds accounted for. They sure looked tired last night because most of them go upstate to where everyone's lofts are, and then they have to come all the way back, but they're learning. Some of them only went halfway, and then I seen them coming from the west, returning home. So my times weren't that great, and I don't think I did well as far as race results. But they're all mostly here, and thank everybody for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up if you like the videos, and we'll catch you on the next race.